We're back to the language of this is like a cat trying to define the box it's in if it's Schrödinger's cat. It's a cat. It's going, but it knows it's in it knows it's in something. It doesn't know what the name of it is a human word for box. Yeah. But it's in. Is it in the box? Because the human put it in there, or maybe it isn't in there. Is it alive? Is it dead? Does it know it's alive or dead? Is it a reincarnation of my Auntie Bunny? I don't even know. But either which way, what's a cat? Some human word made up for this bunch of molecules or atoms put together in a certain
order. Well, that's why
that has a
when you start to study media, you start to look at signs and symbols. And when we actually talk, we see the sign of the word cat. We then relate it to a visual image of what we see as a representation of a cat, because it has 4 legs, ears, eyes, and whatnot. But it could be a dog. And how do we differentiate between those? But we're just using language to differentiate between them.
This cat identifies as a dog. It doesn't. It's actually taking on humans or from its aunt and its owner that they're transgender, cross-dressing, God knows what. It doesn't matter. This cat identifies as a dog. It doesn't know what it is. Its level of measurement and understanding is based on its level of self-consciousness
or its interpretation of the environment.
Conscious universe. Yeah. Now, you were talking about earlier on about Schrödinger's cat is an interesting one in the sense of the observer affects the state the cat is in or isn't in the box or not in the box. We're in the universe. We're on the planet Earth. We're the cat in the box of a level of awareness of ourselves as being human and the gods of the universe, but we don't know that there isn't our own equivalent observing us as whether we're here or not, or conscious or not, or aware of the observer that we cannot define.
Which is still an agent, which is still interesting. Because in reality, I'm in a box that happens to be 12 foot by 10 foot, surrounded by lights. You're in a slightly bigger box. But both of us, through the conversation that we're having at some distance, are able to picture as we're discussing things, we're talking about the universe, our mind is probably filling up with images of stars and Milky Ways and galaxies as we define what that is. And then when we start to talk about stones and cameras and cats and dogs, we suddenly have a cat and dog in our heads, which brand we don't know.
Well, it's very interesting. If E.T. or God or a more benevolent being is observing what's the equivalent of 2 ants and 2 boxes on a planet in a point in time, having a conversation about their own consciousness, lack thereof, or is there something else in the universe that's consciously aware of these 2 equivalent ants having a chat about,
and they're having a good old giggle about it and sharing it on their version of YouTube.
They're just going to stand on us, and it's all over before we even know. And in that blink of the eye, our energy goes back to the subconscious universe to be reconstituted at a later date in a table on a different planet, possibly.
In a spreadsheet.
Yeah, and
no, wrong table.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and click on the bell for notifications.